This is the absolute simplest way to start mining cryptocurrencies with any computer or laptop. I use it myself and I'll show you exactly how you can set this up in minutes to start earning right away. First, you want to head to nicehash.com for a platform for earning bitcoins, which you can then exchange for any other cryptocurrency you want, and you can actually withdraw for free as well, and I'll get to that later. But the first thing you want to do is to sign up for an account and download the platform by clicking on Try Mining Now, which you can then just fill out your information really quick and also just download the software onto your computer.
It'll be easy as 1, 2.
Now rest assured that NiceHash is very safe and many experienced miners actually use it.
And then I downloaded NiceHash, pressed play, and we were up and running.
And I also use it, and also that NiceHash works well regardless of the type of computer or laptop and graphics card and CPU that you have. Now there are two different types of miners that you can download depending on the type of GPU or graphics card that you have. The NiceHash Quick Miner or the NiceHash Miner. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you should download the NiceHash Quick Miner. And then if you have an AMD or Intel graphics card, go ahead and download the NiceHash Miner. They basically work the same way though. By the way, I recommend downloading the stable version instead of any beta version of the software. Then once you've logged into your account dashboard on the website and also have the software running, you want to head over to the mining tab on the top here to find your mining address. You want to open up the address and then copy it up. Then you want to paste your mining address into the software to actually link it to your account to begin mining. Now stick with me because I'm not only going to show you some of the important stats on your dashboard, but also give you some tips for helping you protect your graphics card and not make it overheat. And then I'm also going to cover how you can actually easily calculate your electricity costs versus your mining profits to see whether or not it's actually worth it. So starting with the dashboard, and it's actually very simple because I would say that there are only three main things that you should look out for. The first one is your current actual profitability per 24 hours, which actually shows you how much you're roughly earning right now, as in the rate at which you're mining, right? And for example, mine is at around $2.88 per day as of right now, and this can actually fluctuate, and usually I would get around $6 to $7 on better days. It's actually gone up as high as over $20, and it really depends on the prices of Bitcoin and how much volume has been moving in and out of the cryptocurrencies, right? So for example, if we look at Coinbase here and look at Bitcoin and any of the other cryptocurrency prices, you'll see that they're actually on the lower end in terms of the whole trend right now. It's actually dropped almost 50% from its all-time highs. And so if these actually go up, and I am bullish, which means I actually predict that the prices will go up again, if these actually end up going up, if and when it does, your profitability can be expected to increase significantly as well.
Of course!
And then right next to that, the next thing that you should look at is your current balance, which is the total amount that you've earned right now, right? And it also depends on the current price of Bitcoin. So as you can see here, I've currently mined 0.0024 Bitcoin, which is roughly equal to $86. And again, this is sort of on a dip. And if it actually goes back up to over 60,000, you can expect this to be well over 100, right?
Right.
Also, real quick, I want to point out that under the rigs section, you can actually customize which devices on your PC, whether it be your graphics cards or your CPU or both, that you want to actually perform the mining, right? So as you can see, I only have my NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti, which is my GPU or graphics card, that is doing the mining right now. And I've turned it off for my CPU because for me, it's not the most efficient. And on the other hand, my graphics card is actually extremely efficient for mining, and I'll show you how you can determine the efficiency of your own graphics card later on. Now notice how for my graphics card there's a section called temp for temperature, and it currently reads 62 degrees Celsius. And so if you want to actually preserve your graphics card and not damage it too much through mining, because mining can actually heat up your graphics card quite a bit, and if you do it a lot, especially if you do it at high temperatures, it could end up sort of wearing down your graphics card. And this can be important if you want to use your graphics card for other purposes, right? Like for gaming or video editing and things like that, like I do. So generally, if you can keep your temperature below 70 degrees Celsius consistently, that is fine. And the great thing about NiceHash is that it's able to optimize graphics cards to get the maximum amount of output while minimizing the amount of power consumption and the temperature of your card. And what you can also do is on the far right here, you can select the different types of optimization, for your graphics card. Currently I have it on light, which is basically a bit slower, but it actually is less damaging on your graphics card, right? If you want to mine faster, you can switch to medium or high, but personally for for me, even if I switch to medium, it doesn't really speed up my profitability, which you can again check up here, and you can try out different settings to see how the profitability changes, right? For me, switching to the higher settings doesn't seem to affect my profitability that much, and that's why I keep it at light. And to say you're actually fine with speeding up your graphics card even more, for example, if you actually bought a dedicated rig for mining, you can then actually, instead of doing any of these preset settings, you can actually click on manual to change it to your own settings. And then under NiceHash, you want to actually right click your, on the bottom right, you want to click on the NiceHash icon and click on OC Tune here, which will open up this web page on which you can then just customize any of these settings you want. And again, you can even just tweak any of these settings to just see how much how the profitability changes and the temperature changes based on, you know, just playing around with any of these settings. And next up, because your mining dashboard only really shows you your profitability without factoring the electricity costs, you want to actually deduct that from your total earnings, right? So there's an easy way to do so, which is to go over to another NiceHash website, which is nicehash.com/mining-hardware, where you can actually first find your graphics card, and you can just scroll through or just Control F to find your graphics card, right? And for me, I actually happen to have the second most efficient one, which is the NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti, and indeed I have sorted by efficiency over here on the right, so it's really awesome that I happen to have the second most efficient one. And the next thing you want to do is to find the electricity costs of your country. And for example, if you are mining from your house, you would type in household, electricity cost household. In whatever country you're in, you just type that in. For example, I've typed in US, and then I can also type in kWh, which is kilowatt hour, which is the amount of electricity per hour that it uses. So for example, here it actually shows the average electricity price in the US in cents is 13.2 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay, so all I need to do is to copy up 13.2 cents, go back to the website here, and here I can't just put in 13.2, right? Because it's actually, you'll see that it's in dollars. So you want to turn that into cents, right? Or you want to turn, 13.2 cents into dollars. So it'll be 0.132 dollars. And then if you scroll down below, you want to look to the far right where it says net profit. And as you can see, mine is indeed profitable at 3.58 roughly US dollars per day. The without deducting it, it's 3.94 roughly, again USD, and after subtracting the electricity cost of 36 or negative 0.36 USD, and again this is all automatic, my net profit is this much, which means it is worth it for me to use my card to mine.
You guys are getting paid?
Now, if you want to be even more accurate, there's a small calculation that you can add to this, because again, this website only calculates the graphics card power cost and not the rest of the computer, right? So if you have your operating system on, if you turn on any other software, if your monitor is lit up, these will all cost additional electricity, right? And so what I like to do is I like to add, on average, I found that it costs about 100 watts. Each computer on average between desktops and laptops costs roughly 100 watts when idle, and by converting this into kilowatt hour, the electricity cost comes out to about $0.012 per hour. Okay, this is very rough, but if you actually add this to your original calculation, which is, let's see, add 0.012 back to here, right? So it'll be, let's see, it'll be 4 like that. And with this, it's just a small increase, but it'll decrease your margins slightly. And as such, if you're not using your computer at all and you're just mining, but if you have your monitor on, if you have your operating system running, it is going to cost you slightly more electricity to run. So keep that in mind. Next up, you want to withdraw Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency from your NiceHash account. You can, first of all, if you want to buy other cryptocurrencies, you can just click on buy. For example, if you want Ethereum, you can just convert your Bitcoin into your Ethereum. And usually the cryptocurrency prices move together. So if Bitcoin is low, that means Ethereum is also low, right? And if one is high, the other is generally high. So it doesn't usually matter, you know, how you time it. But other than that, you can actually just withdraw from NiceHash to any wallet that you prefer. For example, Coinbase here is a very popular one, and it's free and it's usually available in most countries. And what you can do is just click on withdraw here, and you can connect to your Coinbase account right on NiceHash. So that's a very convenient thing. Plus, I actually recommend withdrawing Bitcoin as opposed to another cryptocurrency, because specifically on NiceHash, as you can see from their FAQ page, it says that if you withdraw with Coinbase and if you withdraw Bitcoin specifically, the fees are actually free. And finally, to end off with a couple couple of power tips for even more advanced users is, first of all, you can actually overclock, or in this case, you can even underclock your GPU for more efficient mining. What this means is you can download, for example, a software called MSI Afterburner, which you can again download for free to further tweak your settings for your GPU to make it run even more quickly and more efficiently. And then you can even pump it up to really high temperatures if you want to, and don't mind sort of wearing out your GPU a bit faster if it means faster profitability, because as my friend actually said, one rationale in running your GPU faster is that you can get that money and reinvest it into, say, even more GPUs, right?
Why make trillions when we could make billions?
And so that's one thing that you can do. And on NiceHash as well, they also have really convenient graphics settings for our settings for graphics card in terms of overclocking. So if you go to this website, this blog post, which I'll link below, you'll see that they have different overclock settings for NVIDIA graphics cards, and they even have specific settings for specific cards, which is great. And if you scroll down, they also have optimal overclock settings for AMD, which are excellent baselines for you to start with. And with that is pretty much all I wanted to show you in today's video. Now, if you're actually interested in building up a full-fledged mining rig, leave a comment below and I'll consider discussing that in another video. And also, you can consider subscribing to my channel for more cutting-edge videos about making money online and digital entrepreneurship. Check out my investing channel for videos about stocks that I invest in, as well as cryptocurrencies. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it and found it helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!